It is time for another round of Transformation Tuesday, and today we're talking with a local football coach and veteran who shifted perspective after struggling with his own mental health. And he's opening up now. More on his journey and a message for young student athletes is Independence High School coach Carnadi Ford. Thanks so much for being with us, Coach. It's good to talk to you. Appreciate you joining us. We see people lifting behind us. That's your main gig right now as a strength coach, right?
Yes, sir.
How much do you focus, especially with the youngsters now, on the mental strength in addition to the physical strength?
So with the mental strength, I open up the doors using the physical strength. So when you work out with somebody, you tend to break down the walls that you build up to kind of keep people out. And so I use that opportunity to kind of ask the difficult questions to try to dig down deep and understand the person, not just the athlete, and try to understand what kind of struggles they're going through and how I can help them.
And do you find that once they have that, I guess, trust with you, they do start to open up a little bit?
Yes, sir, all the time.
And do you find that when they do open up and you get to learn a little bit more about where their mental state is, does that translate then into better performance as an athlete?
Without a doubt, on and off the field.
How does that work that way, that connection between the mind and the body?
Because I think when your mind is not right, you tend to hold back. That's when you get your fear and you don't have a lot of courage, you don't have a lot of confidence. But once you start opening up and dealing with those mental issues that you're dealing with, it tends to give you more courage, gives you more confidence, and you're able to do more. You excel and be more successful.
So the success that you have is where you are now, and you're helping these youngsters reach their own level of success. But for you, it was a journey yourself. You spent a lot of time protecting our country as a member of the military, and we thank you for your service there. But that also led to you doubting yourself, right, in your own personal journey along the way. Tell me a little bit about that.
So when I was in the Navy, I spent a lot of time doing direct support, which means I was deployed all the time, especially after 9/11. And my trauma didn't come from the deployments, but from being away from family. I missed birthdays, holidays, even my kids being born, someone being born. So it was really rough. And because of that, we grew apart. My wife left me and took the kids, and I went to a really deep depression. I felt like a failure, a bad dad and bad husband, and I really didn't want to live anymore. But a couple decades later, me and my current wife, were invited to a Boulder Crest event where I learned about Warrior Path. And I was actually sitting at a table with the Warrior Path alumni, and she said, "You really need this." And I was like, "No, I don't. I think I'm good." But eventually I went, and it was life-changing.
The "no, I don't need this, I'm good" mentality, unfortunately, it's with a lot of people, right?
Yes,
whether it's a sense of pride or stubbornness or whatever it is. You gave in to that. You said, "I'll accept the help." And how has that changed your life now?
So one of the things I learned through Warrior Path is post-traumatic growth, which is a way to deal with your trauma in kind of a positive and healthy way. So you don't just kind of grow through your trauma, but you got to grow through it. And one of the things I learned was that we all struggle. When you're in the military, you're going to struggle when you get out. But they gave me practices that we could use to struggle well. And so I've been using those practices, like the gratitude practice, where I just share something I'm grateful for with my Warrior Path alumni through an app we have. And one thing I'm learning is you can't be grateful and depressed at the same time, right? You're going to be one, yeah. So
what advice do you have for whether it's another member of the military or a past member or anyone who's harnessing these feelings still to this day? If you're in the military, can somebody else take advantage of the programs that you did?
So it's for veterans and first responders is what the program is for right now. So as long as you're a veteran first responder, go to bouldercrest.org and fill out the information, and it's gonna change their life.
It's interesting what you said as far as the trauma that you suffered. A lot of people think military, they think the trauma is from something that, maybe one event that you saw or one thing that you witnessed when you were overseas. For you, you said it was just being away from the family, which really can translate outside of the military as well. So what advice, I guess, would you have for people maybe who have suffered with that or continue to themselves today?
Open up. You need to talk about it. For years, I buried it down deep, and it just destroyed me. So you have to find somewhere to get it out, to talk to people. Talk to the people that, like if you're away from family, talk to your family about how you feel, because a lot of times they don't want to tell anybody. They want to keep it themselves. They need to explain. They need to be vulnerable and really tell them how much it hurt them to be away.
Well, I appreciate you being here today. It's quite the transformation that you've made mentally. Physically, you're still strong, no doubt about it. And I wish everybody at Independence High School the best this year. They certainly have a great coach in you, keeping them strong physically and mentally. We'll put some information online as well, as far as if you want to get some help where you have a friend or a family member, a member of the military or a responder who needs some help. There's the information for Boulder Crest. Coach, thanks for being here today.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
All right.